let's get down to business and see which one of these boxes is going to come up as the winner for April's Battle of the Unboxings. Hey everybody, my name's Catherine. I'm a beauty and reselling enthusiast, so if those are things that you like to watch, consider subscribing before you go. This is my monthly series where I take my Allure Beauty Box and my Ipsy box, I put them head to head, and I see which one won out. We go through things of value, we go through excitement level, we go through lots of little arbitrary things that makes it a winner. So let's just dive on in. And because I am the pro YouTuber that I am, the lighting's gonna look a little different. I forgot to put my lights on at the beginning, but we're not starting over. We must persist. All right, so let's start with Allure Beauty Box, which I do the annual subscription. It comes out to about just under $21 per month. It includes 5 to 6 products. 3 of them are guaranteed full-size products that are retailing. I believe they say that the value should be $125. That's been a little iffy a few months, the last few months I should say, where it's cutting it real close just at the 125, or even it has been below before, but I will do all the calculating down below because some of these are deluxe trial size products, so they don't have the full retail value. But let's get into it. So what I love about Allure is they give us a little packet of information that comes along with each box, and we get to read from it compared to Ipsy. So starting the month off, we actually got to pick out a product. So Allure has very limited choice products compared to Ipsy, where you get to customize most of your products. But this month we got to choose a YSL Love Shine Candy Glaze stick in a few different colors. So the color choices were Beige Bliss, Scenic Brown, Showcasing Nude, or Nude Pleasure. I believe I chose Showcasing Nude. Okay, so let's open this up and read a little bit about it. So each one of these gorgeous neutrals is on its way to look chic, comes in an eye-catching tube that you'll look forward to pulling out of your bag. The formula's sheer color is buildable and has a pretty sheen, perfect for natural looks or layering for a bit more oomph. The finish makes lips look healthy with a soft shine, and you got to pick your favorite shade to receive in your box. So this retails for $42 on its own. So, you know, if you did the annual subscription, basically you got this half off. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. I was like, why is it clicking? It's one of the click ones that you cannot put back down. So just be mindful of that. So whenever we get a choice of like shades, I always do my little Google research and I see what shade is going to work best for me. I do have fair skin with cool neutral leaning undertones, so I always try to pick something that I feel like would work best for me. Now, YSL lips. I have had multiple ones in the past and I just never used them because the smell was quite pungent, and it's a very like fruity smell from what I remember, and it just kind of like kept me from using them because I didn't really like that smell. So I have yet to sniff this, but let's do a quick sniff test. It still smells pretty fruity, but let's swatch it out and see how it goes, because most likely I'm going to keep this because if I remember correctly, when I did do my research, if I wanted this shade, it was a really pretty shade. So yeah, for sure. Kind of a, what color did I say this was? Showcasing Nude. So I think that'll be really pretty. I love just a good nude lip. So that is our first full-size product. Moving forward, I'll try to go in order. Let's see this Rhodial Vit C Papaya Enzyme Scrub for brightening and renewing. It says this yellow tube could also make you coffee. It would be the perfect wake-up call. The bright, crisp scent is a fresh way to start the day, and the gel with its slightly gritty texture feels amazing and helps make skin feel smoother and softer on the spot. Exfoliating papaya enzymes and brightening vitamin C help make skin look more radiant in the sun. In the long run. What am I saying? In the long run. The retail price is $50 for 70 milliliters. So I believe this is a full-size product. So this is a pretty expensive product. But what do I think about it? I always am very cautious with my scrubs, like face scrubs, because I can have pretty sensitive skin. I do have some dermatitis around my mouth. So at times when I over exfoliate, that can get really irritated. So I just haven't found an exfoliator that I absolutely love that is safe enough, like, and gentle enough, but also, you know, can do what it needs to do. Normally the scrubs that I use or any sort of exfoliant is actually like a chemical exfoliant. So this almost seems like it's like a chemical and physical scrub. We'll have to see about that one. I'm not super sure that I'm going to be keeping this in particular, because I know I do have some other scrubs and some other exfoliants currently in my backups of everything, so I may not need to add another one, especially since I don't go through them super quickly. But this is kind of on the maybe list. If I do end up not wanting this, then I will add it to the pile of things that I'm going to send to you for me. It's a reselling website for beauty products. It puts my two passions together of beauty and reselling. It's such a wonderful company. I have been using them since the beginning of their start, which I think was 2020. So it's really cool to kind of see them grow. If you're not familiar with them, I always have a video linked down below kind of explaining more about that. I do need to do like an updated video because I feel like that one's been a few years ago. I don't think much has changed, but sometimes it's nice to add a new video. So if you're interested in getting an updated video, you let me know down in the comments. But for now, this is kind of a maybe. The next product we have is this Szechuan styling cream. This leave-in turns meh hair into great ones. It defines waves and curls, protects against damage from hot tools, and adds a ton of shine without feeling sticky. And it makes it a versatile styling cream for getting polished looks with minimal effort on straight, wavy, or curly hair. This retails for $39 for 125 milliliters. So this is another full-size product. I don't think I'm going to be keeping this, and I say that is because hair products is my least favorite beauty product. I am somebody who puts almost zero effort into their hair. I wish I was like a hair girly and could get really great volume and like would put more time into it. Your girl gets tired after a while, and I can't, like, the hair just usually goes up in a bun. So this probably will not be staying with me and will be going to you from me, but you know, hopefully whoever is searching out in the world for styling cream, they stumble upon this, they purchase it at a discount, and then I earn some commission from it. The next product we have is from Beauty for Certain Playa to Palazzo eyeshadow palette. What is that? Beauty for Certain is the brand. Playa to Palazzo is the shade name, or the palette name. I've never heard of this company before, which is one of the really nice things about these boxes, is that you get introduced to new brands that you've never heard of before, and you get to enjoy brands that you may love and are very popular, like YSL and Rodeo and stuff like that. But let's see. It says it's a rare to find an eyeshadow palette without a single no-go shade, but the 5 options here are all supremely wearable. They satisfy even our most uber natural makeup loving editors, and the shimmery gold is great for bringing a sexy little sparkle to the eyes. So this retails for $39. This is also another full-size product. So this month is full of full-size products, but let's actually take a peek inside. So this is what the packaging looks like. Beauty for Certain. Interesting name. So it's just kind of like a plastic packaging. And then we open it up, and it is a very neutral leaning palette. So we have 2 kind of lighter, more peachy pink type of shades, and then we have our golden shimmer, then we have a like mid-tone brown, and then an espresso brown. Very, very pretty colors. I'm gonna have to see this swatched out before I decide that I want to stick my grubby little fingers in it, because I may send this off to you for me. I may not. I may keep it. I mean, these are definitely my shades. what I like to wear on the everyday. So, you know, this could fit right in with my collection of nude shades. But I'm gonna look at some swatches before I decide to do anything with it. So again, this is kind of on the maybe, but again, I love getting products that from brands I've never heard of before, and we don't often get like makeup or eyeshadows from Allure, so that's kind of a nice thing to see as well. So here comes our first deluxe trial size product, and this is a pretty good deluxe trial size. This is from Skin Co. Truffle Therapy Toner. I have actually used their spritz before that got pretty popular, the truffle serum spray or something like that. I really did like that one. It was nice. But this one just says, witch hazel toners have made a comeback in recent years, and with it, they've gotten a big time upgrade. Skin Co's formula pairs the purifying redness reducing superstar with cucumber and antioxidant rosemary for a formula that helps keep skin calm and pores clear. So it retails $27 for 200 milliliters, and this is a 75 milliliter bottle. So again, I will do the math for you so you know exactly how much this bottle costs. What do I think about this one? I do like I'm starting to get into toners just a little bit more. It is an additional step to my routine that sometimes is not my most favorite. But this could be a solid maybe. You know, I don't have a lot of toners in my collection, so maybe this could be it. This could be amazing. So we'll put it in our maybe pile. And then the very last product we have is from Innisfree. This, you could have gotten the Cherry Blossom Glow Jelly Cream or the Innisfree Green Tea Seed Hyaluronic Cream. So this is the Green Tea Seed Hyaluronic Cream. Let's see. It's supposed to moisturize with squalene, and it's a K-beauty favorite. That's pretty much all they say about it. So it is $30 for 50 milliliters, and we get 15 milliliters included in here. So this is a great deluxe trial size and things that I love to bring traveling. You know, if I go for weekend trips, or I actually have like a Disneyland trip planned in July, this would be a great thing because I'll be there for about a week in California and whatnot. So this would be perfect. So I definitely keep most trial size like creams, moisturizers and things like that. So I will be keeping this, but let's do, well, first off, let's see what we got in here. We got lots of little things. We have, okay, by Fraulein's Hello Juvo for frown line treatments. Okay, so apparently you can get $40 off of treatments if you join using that code. And then we have a little thing for Stitch Fix. Does anybody do Stitch Fix anymore? I remember that being pretty popular back in the day. And in the reselling world, we used to get really excited about finding Stitch Fix brands, but it's kind of like nobody talks about it anymore. Anyways, let's do a quick recap of everything that we got in Allure. Now let's move on to Ipsy. So Ipsy box is a little bit different in the sense that you actually get 5 full-size products compared to Allure's kind of mix of full-size and deluxe trial sizes. You also get the option to customize a few more of the options. So I believe 2 are chosen for you, and then you get to customize 3 others. And then you also have the option of adding on any additional products like in their store. It is more expensive. This one retails just under, I think like $31 for an annual subscription. They do have a few options. This is like the base, the BoxyCharm base box tier. There's also the Glam Bag tier, which is just deluxe trial sizes. And then they do have a quarterly upgrade if you want to, which is the Icon box that comes out every quarter. And it's more expensive. You get more products, all that jazz. Let's dive in. So you do get some reading material, but it's definitely not as comprehensive as Allure's. So we will read off the interwebs to kind of go through these products. So I will go through the ones that were chosen for us. Yeah. So I think the first one is this Farrah highlighter. So this is the Farrah Highlight Collection in Sarah, which is a cool champagne. I've definitely heard of, hold on. I've definitely heard of Farrah products before. We've gotten some stuff in the past. I think I have a brush from them. And so, I mean, this is a cool champagne color. It retails for $22. Does it say any more about it? Says glitter-free glow, ultra smooth, light reflecting radiance with zero chunky glitter, customizable intensity, so buildable formula for soft shimmer or bold high impact highlight, featherweight and long lasting, weightless feel with all day staying power, vegan, cruelty free, and clean formula. So it does look really pretty. It just looks like stuff I already have. And I know that's silly coming from me who just did my Sephora haul where I just bought like 7 of the same blush colors. But highlighter is definitely something that I don't go through very often. So if I'm in the market for a highlighter, it's because I'm usually pretty excited about it. And this one is just kind of meh to me. It looks like it's a beautiful color. It sounds like it could be a really great formula, but it's not something that's going to stay in my collection. So that will go to you for me. The next thing that we got is from Girlactic, the Essential Palette. I haven't seen a Girlactic product in a while. That used to be something that came pretty regularly in subscription boxes, and this retails for $52. That's a lot for like a company you don't really hear from, so definitely not something I would spend $52 from, but let's see what it looks like. So we have the same kind of rose gold cardboard packaging, and we open it up and it's like a pretty neutral palette. We got 6 shimmers and 6 mattes, kind of a range of cool and warm tones. It looks really pretty, but again, not anything that I need to keep in my collection. So this definitely will go to you for me. And hopefully somebody absolutely loves it from you for me. Now we're going to get into the products that I actually chose, and I will not lie to you when usually I don't remember the choices. So it's always like a surprise when the box comes to me because you choose them about a month in advance, and I don't ever really remember my thoughts on them. I do remember my thoughts on these, and I remember not being super thrilled by the choices. So basically they give you three options, or how do I describe this? So each customization has its like 5 options to choose from, and you get to choose one, from 1, 2, and 3. So the first one was from Natasha Denona, which is definitely a great brand. It's one of these 5-pan palettes that are bigger than the mini palettes. She used to do these a while ago before she came out with like the little teeny tiny mini palettes that still have 5 shades. But this is the one in Hot Topic, and I believe these are just these type of palettes are just made for subscription boxes now. Like, I don't think she sells these separately on her website. So when I was going to link this and kind of learn more information about it, this color story is actually from the Glam palette. So I will put something on the screen that I found on Reddit, kind of showcasing where each of the colors come from. But I mean, with colors called Outer Lid, Inner Corner, Center Eyelid, Crease, Transition, those are all Glam palette names. So I have the Glam palette. It's a very beautiful palette. I mean, this is a very beautiful color story. And this would be really nice to like travel with. Like if you didn't want to bring your whole Natasha Denona midi palette with you, because it is pretty big. This gives you a nice variety of shades to choose from, that you're not worried about bringing your $69 palette with you. But because I have the Glam palette, I don't really need this. So this too is going to go off to you for me. And I specifically remember choosing this one compared to other products I could have chose because it's Natasha Denona, and I figured that would have a higher desirability on you for me. So sometimes that's why I choose products. Is none of the choices are that great, but I choose them because I feel like they're going to sell well on you for me. The next product I actually was kind of excited for. This is the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Longwear Gel Eyeliner, and I got the shade True Brown. So we had the options of black and True Brown, and looking on the website, it looks like they also have another option of burgundy, which that would have been really pretty too. So this retails for $20. It says, all of the pigment, precision, and waterproof wear of our best-selling Perfect Strokes matte liquid liner, which is something that I absolutely loved. Now an easy twist-up gel pencil. So rich and smooth, it goes on crisp for instant definition that won't tug or skip even on the waterline. Stays creamy and blendable for stress-free playtime, so you can smudge it or smoke it out before it sets all day for fade-proof, transfer-proof wear. Includes built-in sharpener for max precision. Yes, only twist up what you need. The pencil does not retract, so I'm very glad that they put that little caveat in there. So I actually have really been loving brown eyeliner. I know it's not anything new or revolutionary. I think brown mascara has started to become a little bit more popular, just knowing that, like, for my eyes, black is getting, it just seems a little bit harsh on the everyday. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love a black liquid cat eye liner with a red lip. Oh, love it so much. But more on the everyday, I'm definitely reaching towards a brown eyeliner. And I really loved my Kulfi one that was actually in my empties video, which I can link for you. The only problem with the Kulfi one is that it like lasted such a long time, but when you went to go put it on your eye, you know, like the tip kept breaking off. So I went through it so quickly because the tip kept breaking. But it was a really nice eyeliner. So when this was an option, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this because I also really loved the Rare Beauty liquid liner. So let's, ooh, that's very smooth. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna really like that one. So that one I'm very, very excited about. So good job, Ipsy, on that one. All right, so the last product that I chose out of my options that I had was from a new brand to me called Smood. This is the Calm Me Down Antioxidant Cleanser, and I'm pretty sure I chose this because the other options, again, weren't that great, and I go through cleansers a little bit faster than I go through other things, so I was like, oh no, just add this one to my bunch of cleansers. But this retails for $24. It says it's an ultra nourishing cream to foam cleanser jam-packed with antioxidants that help brighten and improve overall skin complexion. The pH Balance Cleanser creates a gorgeous silky lather to gently and effectively remove impurities from the skin without damaging your skin's natural barrier. Our Calm Me Down Antioxidant Cleanser is called this for a reason. It soothes your skin with nourishing and soothing ingredients. So has ingredients like beta salicylate, which is BHA, 4%, which gently exfoliates skin to keep pores clean and help reduce breakout. Centella acetica extract, Avena sativa, which is oat extract, allantoin, and panthenol, provides ultra calming and healing skin benefits that soothe irritated skin. Paper mulberry extract and licorice root extract helps fade appearance of hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and brightens all over skin tone. And green tea water reduces sebum production, soothes sensitive skin. And finally, yuzu, blackberry, raspberry, acai, pomegranate, and kiwi extracts are powerful antioxidants, protect the skin by limiting free radical production. Can you tell that it's at the end of the day because I can't speak? So all of that sounds really wonderful. Let's see what the bottle looks like. Ooh, that's really pretty. Kind of like that, like tie-dye look. All right, so this is probably something I will keep and test out. Like I said, it's a cleanser. I go through cleansers pretty quickly, so we'll put it in my batch of stuff. But let's quickly go through and review what we got in Ipsy, and then we'll go to the battle. Alrighty, so let's battle these out. So like I said at the beginning, there's no like objective way of scoring these. It's very subjective. It's my excitement level, it's retail values, it's the cost of what I paid for it, how many of the items do I feel like I'm going to be keeping versus how many of the items I feel like I'm going to be sending on. So that's where I'm at. When I initially opened these boxes, because whenever I get them in the mail, I always open them up because A, I never know what's in Allure, and B, I always forget what I choose for Ipsy. So it's always like another mystery box to me. And I remember kind of looking at them both when I opened them up a few weeks ago when I got them, and I was like, I'm not like excited about any of these. I was like, I don't know, can I choose neither for the battle? But now I'm looking at these things and I'm like, okay, all right, let's back it up a little bit. So with the Allure box, I was excited about the YSL. I mean, I think it's going to be a really pretty shade. So that one's really nice. The vitamin C from Rhodial, am I going to be keeping that? Maybe. Definitely not keeping the hair thing. The palette, most likely I'm not going to keep it, but it is a really pretty palette. And then the hyaluronic cream from Innisfree I will be keeping. Oh, and then the Skin Co, that's kind of a maybe as well. Then we look at, so before we go to Ipsy, sorry, this is how my brain works. It jumps ahead of itself. I want to say the retail value for this is actually quite high. I haven't done the math yet, but you'll see it down below. I mean, this had to retail close to like $150, if not higher than that. So good retail value. Now moving on to Ipsy. It tells me something that I know I wasn't excited picking out my items a month ago. If I can remember that, I know that it wasn't super exciting. So the highlighter, not going to be keeping. The palette, not going to be keeping. Natasha Denona palette will not be keeping. Just it's redundant in my collection. I already have it. Really like the Rare Beauty, and then the cleanser sounds good. It's kind of interesting that we got lots of eyeshadow palettes. I mean, granted, I chose the Natasha Denona one, but the Galactic and the Beauty for Certain did not choose those. So it's interesting that they both came and they're both like these neutral palettes. I am excited for the Rare Beauty eyeliner, but does that take over the excitement for everything? I think it does. I think it does. Like, is that silly? One product. I mean, these products are nice too. Like I said, I like the YSL, and everything else is kind of like meh, maybe. But the Rare Beauty eyeliner is what excites me out of all of this. So I guess because of that, Ipsy wins? Question mark. We'll go with Ipsy as the winner for this month, but just be known, Rare Beauty carried Ipsy for this. Yeah, but you let me know your thoughts down below. Which one would you have picked? Would you have picked the Allure box? Would you have picked Ipsy? Let me know which box, why. I love to hear from you. Have a dialogue in the comments. And then that is it for me today for this battle of the unboxings. Thank you so much for watching. I do truly appreciate you taking the time watching these videos. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all those wonderful YouTube things, and I will see you in my next one.